What if I told you that right when Trump got into office, he ended a specific law, and this law said that mentally ill Americans cannot legally acquire a certain weapon? Now, what if I told you that yesterday a mentally ill man snuck onto the Trump International Golf Course while he was there with a weapon and tried to take the life of the former president? This is a prime example of being hoisted by your own petard, of being so short-sighted that something comes back around to bite you. Now, a lot has happened in the world of Elon Musk over the past 24 hours, the world of Marjorie Taylor Greene, and especially in the world of former President Donald Trump. So I want to break all of this down. Make sure you leave a like on the video and make sure you're subscribed to the Mockler channel. So really quickly, this attempted act of violence is disgusting and has no place in American politics. I'm sure you and I stand against everything that former President Trump stands for, but that being said, we would never wish harm on him or his family. That is not how we do politics in America. We are a democracy. We vote. But this article reads, Elon Musk's post after Donald Trump assassination attempt sparks backlash. And it didn't just spark backlash, it genuinely made Elon Musk delete the post, then issue a retraction after. Elon Musk has faced backlash after writing, quote, "No one is even trying to assassinate Biden / Kamala," with a emoji, following an apparent and second assassination attempt to Trump. And I want to show you guys the original tweet and some of the backlash he got. In response to Doge designer who said, "Why do they want to kill Trump?" Elon Musk said, "And no one is even trying to assassinate Biden / Kamala," with this emoji next to it. And the funniest part is you can see below this post has been deleted. That is always the indicator that somebody knows they've messed up. And this was after it got 36 million views. And the way Elon Musk tries to play defense is absolutely hilarious. Now, Musk said a few months back he won't endorse anyone. He won't endorse Trump or Kamala. And of course, he comes out a few months later and endorses Trump because he was on that brain rot Twitter feed. Following the attack, user CB Doge said, "Why do they want to kill Trump?" And then Elon Musk made that weirdly thinly veiled cryptic threat. Musk's post, which appears to have been deleted, had been viewed 34.7 million times. Our screenshot says 36 million times, and liked 151,000 times by Monday morning. The four most liked responses to Musk's posts were all critical of the billionaire. Ace Politics said, "What the F is wrong with you? Do you think before you press post?" Adam Kinzinger, friend of the show, said, "Dude, I'm not kidding here. Get help. This is unhinged and dangerous." Someone said, "Nobody should be trying to assassinate anybody." And then Elon Musk decided to issue a sort of apology where he runs defense, and he said, "Turns out that jokes are way less funny if people don't know the context and the delivery is plain text." He then said, "Well, one lesson I've learned is that just because I say something to a group and they laugh doesn't mean it's going to be all that hilarious as a post on X. What Elon Musk is missing is that if you make a joke to people that work for you, that work beneath you, there is inherently a power dynamic where they have to laugh at you." So Elon Musk thinks he's much smarter and much funnier than he is because he surrounds himself with subordinates who just laugh at every joke because they don't want to be fired by an unstable Elon Musk. Now, this brings us on to the bulk of the story. We know that right-wingers are melting down, but I find it so hilarious that this article is titled, "Trump Ended Rule to Block Mentally Ill from Getting Guns. The action was one of his earliest as president." Trump, I won't call him President Trump, even though the article says that. Trump has often pointed to mental illness as the underlying cause for mass shootings, but one of his earliest actions as president was to undo a regulation that would have made it more difficult for people with a known mental illness to buy guns. And I just want to say right here, we don't have complete confirmation that Ryan Wesley Ruth, the 58-year-old man who tried to kill Trump, was mentally ill, but we do know that he was arrested in 2002 after a 3-hour standoff with police. So my broader point here is, this man has shown a pattern, has shown behavior in the past where he has a standoff with the police. He's threatening their lives. He's a harm to himself and the people around him. This is a man that does not deserve a gun. So my broader point is that if Donald Trump removes a soft red flag law, a law that says people that exhibit these certain signs shouldn't have a gun, and then somebody exhibits these signs, then they should have their gun removed. So my point here is not to say that Ryan Wesley Ruth absolutely was diagnosed with mental illness. It's to say that his behaviors in the past would have had his guns taken away under this law. law. Roughly 7 years ago, Trump signed the House Resolution 40, effectively ending the Social Security Administration's requirement to enter the names of people who receive mental health benefits into the National Instant Criminal Background Check System. This is the database used by the FBI to determine who is able to purchase firearms. Again, this database is used by the FBI to determine who is able to purchase firearms, and now Ryan Wesley Ruth, 58, is accused of being discovered on a Trump-owned golf course with an AK-47, a GoPro, and a backpack. In 2002, he barricaded himself inside a Greensboro business with a gun, according to News and Record, and there was a 3-hour standoff. In 2003, he was sentenced for driving without a license, carrying a concealed weapon, and a hit and run. In 2010, he was convicted of possessing stolen goods. Ruth received probation for all these charges per the Department of Adult Corrections website. And I want to reiterate, the story is still developing. We have no confirmation that Ryan Wesley Ruth had mental health issues, but what does this tell you when you read this string of crimes, this pattern of crimes, that this man does not deserve to own a gun? This man especially should not own an AK-47. So going back to this article, Trump has addressed the nation about mass shootings 4 times throughout his time in office, and this was 2 years into his office tenure. This was written 2 years into Trump's time in the White House. He said, so many signs that the Florida shooter was mentally disturbed, even expelled from school for bad and erratic behavior. Neighbors and classmates knew he was a big problem, must always report such instances to authorities again and again and again. But what happens when the authorities actually arrest the person? What happens when the authorities know? And what happens when the Department of Adult Corrections knows that this man is a danger to himself and others, but he still is able to get his hands on a gun? The Trump assassination attempt. The FBI is still investigating what is said to be an apparent assassination attempt on Donald Trump at the Florida Golf Club Sunday, marking the second attempt on the former president's life in 2 months. Trump was unharmed, according to his campaign, but Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw reported that around 1:30, the Secret Service fired shots at a man armed with a rifle who was found hiding in the bushes near the perimeter of the Trump International Golf Club, and we still don't know exactly how he acquired this equipment. In November of 2018, President Trump cited mental health as the reason for the Sutherland Springs, Texas shooting that left 26 people dead. Quote, mental health is your problem here. This was based on preliminary reports, a very deranged individual. Again, I pose the question, what happens when we have all of these reports that he's a deranged individual and he still is able to somehow get his hands on the gun? I'm going to just assume that he got his hands on this AK-47 at some point after 2002, and I don't know that for a fact. We don't know exactly how he got the gun, but I think we can safely assume he got it sometime after 2002, which means he was able to get this gun after there were records of him engaging in a 3-hour standoff against police. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Do you guys think this is a case of Trump hoisting himself by his own petard? I was going to say shooting himself in the foot earlier, but I don't think that would be appropriate in this case. Either way, leave a like, comment a blue heart, hit that subscribe button, and have a great rest of your day. Peace out.